Hey guys, subscribe for daily content. And if you're shopping for gear, make sure you check out the description for the newest items at some of the very best online retailers. There's also links for some of the items that I personally recommend. Thanks!
What's going on YouTube? Metal Complex here, and today I've got a very exciting knife unboxing to share with you guys. I have a box that contains a knife from Lynch Northwest. This is their first knife ever, and it was designed, machined, and assembled in Spokane Valley, Washington, here in the United States, which is cool. This is a fully US-made product with USA steel as well. Very, very cool. I am somebody who's very familiar with Lynch Northwest. I was trying to think about how many different knives. I mean, known for their pocket clips, right? I just got this one for their Para 3, highly recommendable Para 3 clip. And then I also have one for my Demco, but I think I've probably bought at least 10 pocket clips from them over the years. Awesome. But obviously, if a company like this makes a knife, I want to check it out. So really exciting. I will link it down in the description. It does help my channel when you use those links, but that's up to you. Actually, no, I always say that, but that's not an affiliate link for this one. That's just like the link. It goes straight there. But anyways, thanks again to Lynch Northwest for sending this in. Thanks to my patrons for supporting me. Make sure your notifications are turned on. All right, cool box. Lots of red and black. Very, very cool. Knives and tools. Says Lynch and then the American flag on there, lynchblades.com. And then this is the Swift 6. So the knife itself is called the Swift, and I guess there are at least 7, right? Yeah, it says, I think so, unless I'm misunderstanding. This one is in, so this is a different one. The one that I looked at was in Magna Cut. So this is CTS XHP. Very cool. I'm a big fan of CTS XHP as well. Thanks for taking to test it out. You're welcome. Very cool. We have Lynch Blades. Is that is this the guy from Red Dead Redemption? Or no, maybe that's Clint Eastwood. Everybody's gonna make fun of me. I don't know. Isn't the guy from Red Dead Redemption supposed to, resemble Clint Eastwood? That's nice. We got the CTS XHP 62 to 63 HRC. Double black micarta, and it looks like a combination of titanium. Oh, so the scales are ooh, what a beautiful stonewash we have here on this blade. Let's pull this out because there's probably, there's going to be, and some additional scales too. Look at that. We have a nice little leather sheath there with the pocket clip. This is the exact type of fixed blade that I will actually carry. I've discussed this many times about my preferences with fixed blades, and I love big fixed blades. I think they're super cool, but I won't carry them because they're huge. And I'm a casual, like, normie. I'm only going to carry stuff that I can actually fit in my pocket that's comfortable. Okay, right off the bat, the actual polish on the blade is really, really nice. This is a polished tumbling. Now, it's also incredibly even. I'm trying to just wipe all of my fingerprints and things off of it. But this is very even, very smooth. It reminds me of the finish on, like, the Spyderco, my God, the Resenti, the Peter Resenti. There's 2 of them. But anyways, it's that. I own it. I'm blanking on the name. But you can tell me in the comments what it is. But it's that same super high polished stonewash finish, which is cool because with the tumbling marks in there, it means if you get marks on this, you'll still be able to enjoy the finish exactly the same way. The marks will just blend in with the other, the other marks there on the tumbling. So are these scales? I don't think I may have misread that. Let's read it again. 6AL4V titanium. They're talking about the other scales that they sent. That's why these are heavier. So these are maybe micarta or G10. That's what they look like there. But the actual scales, and maybe those were just placeholder scales, the actual scales are these sort of blue jeans anodized. Yeah, these are cool. So we're going to go ahead. I'm just going to go ahead and put these on here because I think they look neat. And I think that'd be a fun thing to do. So these, the screws here they look pretty big. Those look like gigantic, actually. So let's see. Are we looking at perhaps a T20 for those scales? Yeah, that's exactly what those are. It's a T20. That's nice. Fixed blade disassembly tends to be pretty easy, so I do appreciate that. We'll just go ahead and... Oh, we're going to need it on both sides. So, not captive. You're going to have to do that on both sides. Let me find another bit here real quick. All right, there we go. I've got the one from the WIA and NAFS set. That was I think that's my only other T20 that actually is in this room. I thought I had another set, but I don't. I think my son stole it for something. So, this is how I'm going to do this here. There's probably a safer way to do it, but... This is also, by the way, the reason that I like the stubby driver, because of the amount of torque I'm able to put on it. That this fat little grape body of on this driver actually really allows you to put some torque on it. So let's go ahead and we're going to pop that one off there. Pop this one off of this side, and then we'll do the same for the bottom set, and then we can put on those magnificent blue titanium scales. I think most, I don't want to say most, I think some people will prefer the other. Those were much easier. Get a good look at the skeletonization that's happening here on this knife as well. I think many people will prefer non-titanium scales for a multitude of reasons. That's fine. Since I'm not doing anything ultra professional or specific with this knife, or I won't be. It'll just be used as a casual EDC item. The titanium ones are more so just for me to enjoy. Those are big, the screws there. Okay, so here's what you're looking at underneath the scales. The two deals there, and then it looks like this right here is the lanyard hole, and my guess is that you have the option to purchase scales that, oh no, it's open at the back end. Okay, good. I was going to say, so everybody, like, you don't have to look at the lanyard hole. You just can utilize it if you choose to. So I think we did, I guess it doesn't really matter, male or female end. So we're going to put those two there, and then I'm just going to go ahead and get these started here. This really doesn't require a tutorial. I'm more so just doing it for me, and just so you guys can see, how this looks with the blue scales on it. But yeah, so let's go ahead and just grab this one here, that right there, and we'll go ahead and tighten it down. Is there, I guess the alignment adjusts itself just because of the screw holes. There's only really one position that they can take, so we don't have to set the scales into any like nesting zones or anything like that. Very, very simple construction, but for their first knife, I mean, I don't know that I would attempt anything different either. Like, if I was designing first of all, if I was going to make my own knife, I would obviously start with a fixed blade, and I would do something, construction something like this. But the simplicity of the build here is a direct benefit to the buyer. This is good looking. I like this a lot. It is very comfortable. I will say I wish that the jimping was a little bit deeper, but it does create for traction. It maybe doubled up, right? Maybe the jimping zone's doubled up, but this is a super duper comfortable fixed blade. My God, the ergonomic lines here are very good. How do we slip this in? Does it go like this? Is that how they want us to do it, or does it go like this? I think maybe like this is the way. Does that make sense? No, that's dumb. That's me being dumb. It goes like this. The guys at Lynch are like, oh my God, who did we send this to? Why did we send this to this guy? Look how he puts it in the sheet. What an idiot. So it comes with a number of little things that you can attach to either your keys or the knife itself if you want to. I'm not a lanyard guy, but it's nice that they give us the option. But this is exactly the type of fixed blade that I will carry. Number one, I can actually fit it in my pocket. I do not like to carry fixed blades on the outside of my person. I don't like to attach it to my belt. I don't like to do. I've tried every single way. I hate it. I won't do it. It has to go in my pocket or I'm not going to carry it. I also like a smaller fixed blade and one that has a clip that acts very similar to a pocket clip, but this is the type where it attaches to your pants, and then when you're ready to pull the blade, it's just the blade that comes out, which is really cool. I am a gigantic fan of this. I think that this is absolutely spectacular. I love the look. I love the simplicity of swapping out the scales. Let's go ahead and maybe we'll attach one just so you guys can kind of see here. I wonder, I guess I would probably have to like untie it, which is fine. How did they do this? They just doubled over a knot? Okay. So let's see. Can I actually get both of those through there? You might actually have to do this with the scales off. Yeah, that would have been a smarter thing to do. I thought maybe I could just kind of like jam this through there, but I don't think so. I think you're going to have to disassemble the knife and then put this on and then put the lanyard through. So you can use your imagination, right? Like this, or something like this, which actually would probably look better with the blue, but very nice. This is also cool too. That's nice of them to send some extra stuff. I like the sheath. I think it seems really high quality. I like the look of it. And like I said, I wouldn't mind carrying something like this in my pocket because it really doesn't take up a whole lot of room. Speaking of room and the amount of space and all of that, the weight, let's go ahead and measure this. The overall length of the actual knife is about 6 1/8. Your blade length, I'm going to say, is 2.75. Your cutting edge is about 2.45, almost 2.5 inches. And then I'm going to measure this in the sheath so we'll get that like nice and snug there. So the entire length of the object is about 7 inches. Let's weigh it with and without the sheath. And obviously the weight is going to be different if you're not using titanium scales. So this would be the maximum weight that they offer. 4.1 ounces of object with the sheath and with the heaviest scales that they offer. The knife itself with titanium scales is 2.8 ounces. This is pretty cool. This is a nice little EDC object. This is something that I will actually carry. I think they did a great job for their first knife. The quality on this is really good. There is subtle shadow boxing with the the tang there of the knife. It sticks out just a little bit on purpose. You can see that little bevel there, which is really good looking. I like the screws. I like the scales. Fit and finish is perfect. The actual cutting bevel is perfect. Really nice. A lot of advantages to carrying an EDC fixed blade like this. A ton of advantages. So that's pretty cool. And if you didn't want to do scales, I suppose you could take the scales off and you could just make your own paracord grip if you wanted to, since it's got the holes in there. So this is neat. I think they did a really good job. I like it a lot. I really appreciate them sending me a sample. I will absolutely carry and use this. In fact, I think I'll just carry it today, moving forward with this video. So anyways, that's going to be it, guys. Thanks again to Lynch Northwest. Good job with your first knife. Please make sure to follow me on Instagram at metal_complex. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like. If you'd like to check out my other content, I do of course have lots of videos of knives that are either expensive or inexpensive that I do or don't like, so check those out. And if you enjoy all my content, go ahead and click on that Metal Complex logo right there and subscribe because there's definitely more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a great day.